by Google. Hey, in Indianapolis, Indiana, getting back to the playoffs for the first time. Now jockeying for seeding at the top. Clark, the way she has been playing, and the way she came out of the break, she's been terrific.
She's a digit assist, Ryan, certainly.
And in their game on Friday against for Seattle, Lloyd Ogwumike-Diggins averaged 12 or more a game. You got to go Kelsey Mitchell having a terrific year, and also anchor the front court with Katie Lou Samuelson. Boston and Magmagor to success against Indiana this
game. Both teams really like to push the tempo.
Here's Mitchell, will pop from three and can't hit. Diggins Smith motoring inside, flips it up and off. The tip won't go, and Melissa Smith curls it.
Starr taking the drive on the last possession, coming off a really strong game against Atlanta.
Well, how about that take from Ezzie Magmagor?
Skylar Diggins-Smith has the defensive assignment on Caitlin Clark, and on that last possession, they sent two at Clark off the screen.
Ogwumike twisting, can't hit with Seattle. Another all-star campaign, 9 times now in her. Met Ogwumike, able to twist out of it, 3 to shoot. Katie Lou Samuelson has to put it up, and
Melissa Smith, when she got it inside. One interesting difference in this game, we talked about Jewel Lloyd and how well she's performed.
And they've worked it out, so we can continue playing basketball. Here's Lloyd, shedding Mitchell, leaning forward, and draining the... Here's Clark with some space at the logo, will fire. In and out on a deep 3. Corrals it, veers into space. Here's Clark. Clark looking to take it around Lloyd. Clark bodies in and finishes.
Finishing even with contact.
And that's something that Noelle Quinn talked to us about as Horston flips it in before the game. She said you can't play it quite the same way. Here's Mitchell, serves it up, gets fouled. And Kelsey Mitchell will shoot 2.
Later, she finishes herself.
Mitchell at the line. Knocks in the throw, speak the same language. That's up-tempo. And here's Diggins Smith after the 2 made free throws. Ogwumike at 3 is good. Eka Ogwumike. I don't know what my 3rd language would be, but sure. Lloyd, great pass. Magmagor traveled before the bucket. Oric. Eka continues to climb, ranks in this league's history as well. Clark dumps it in beautifully. Boston gets fouled. And we see a lot of those splits for Indiana players. Early game, first 13 games, 10.5 points, 42% from the floor. Diggins Smith throws it into traffic, taken away by Mitchell. Here's Clark in this first quarter. Here's Lloyd trying to work Mitchell, and good D from Mitchell. It's going to
a bit more on the same page on the defensive end of the floor since the break.
Skylar Diggins Smith can't hit the 3. Seattle last in the W. Mercedes Russell on her. Trying to get it into Smith with the mismatch. Smith, and that's going to be an offensive foul as...
Tense than training camp. She said, I tried to work on things like my floater, little shots around the rim, finishing better and refining my 3-point shot. And then, of course, she and Lexi...
Looked at that first game back. Here's Mitchell in the corner. Didn't see Clark on the wing, and you could see Clark was a little frustrated after the Yankees games this whole week. It was unbelievable how many of them were coming up to me to talk about how excited they were to meet Caitlin. Oh, what a pass. Boston to Seattle leads it. Seattle, one of the better defensive teams in the league. Second in defensive efficiency to Minnesota. Boston fakes the handoff, going one-on-one with Russell and taking it to the rack.
What a tough take. And there,
Seattle has missed its last 5 shots. Now they haven't. Ogwumike able to lay it in on a beautiful delivery. Indiana 0 for 5 from downtown in his first. Here's Diggins Smith across her body, no. And along with Katie Lou Samuelson. Here's Boston backing down, one-on-one with Magmagor, using her strength. Magmagor able to and dunked his 3 back.
A lot of really nice passes on screen and roll action from the Seattle Storm.
Kelsey Mitchell jitters her way inside. As Jewel Lloyd can't hit the jumper. Clark ends up with a rebound. Clark, what a pass, hit stride, and hold.
That one.
9-2 run for Indiana. This felt more like a steady jog. Here's Whitcomb from 3. She got it. Horston throws it behind Lloyd. Clark on the steal, has Mitchell running. Clark bounces Mitchell. Thought it wasn't a travel. Caitlin and Nneka wearing Mike's dress today, as well as both head coaches. Jewel Lloyd connects. That ties their season low for first quarter points with 13. It's Seattle leading 17-13.
A gamer, a tough shot taker and maker. What we saw is an ability to attack Dantas in the middle of the floor. I thought that, our first 3 steps were good to get back, and just being mindful of where Clark is.
Friday on Ion, Sky, Sun, Aces, Lynx. Here's Clark. Clark bounces off, mid-range jumper, won't go. Rebound, Alyssa Smith inside. Smith gets fouled.
The Indiana Fever is slowed down today, and it's really because of Seattle. Seattle is the number all 5 positions. Anyone who's on the floor, we can move, we can switch, and if we're in the wrong position, we're athletic enough to get back and make.
Felt like they also were starting to find their offensive flow before the Olympic break. Did not quite have it against Atlanta the other night as Whitley. And when they shoot 30%, not 40, 30%, they are 13-0. As Dantas follows for Clark. Clark goes to the bench, 1 of 5 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3. Here's Diggin Smith, and a travel, scurrying behind Dantas. Good movement here. Hull attacking the closeout. Lexi Hull swoops in, can't finish the leg. Here's Magmagor. Squeezes it to Diggin Smith, off on a 3, and Boston able to run down the rebound with 4 assists in his first half. Lloyd trying to get a whistle, could not. Here's Diggin Smith, shot clock at 2. Magmagor able to lay it in on the
decisions once she gets there.
Caitlin Clark getting ready to check back in. Here's Mitchell on a 3. She got it. Good denial there from Hull. Here comes Lloyd with Wheeler trailing her, and Wheeler will be called for the foul. Let's take a listen in. I'd like to pretend that I wouldn't, but please do anytime you want. Here's Lloyd on the runner, serves it up short. Boston into the corner. Agumake a 3. Butter.
You got it.
Skylar Diggin Smith soaring in and missed the bunny. Here comes Clark. Wielding through traffic, finds Hull, lays it in.
Interested to see if this game gets any more of a fast flow these last 4 minutes.
Clark, short on it. Here's Agumake. Agumake bodies in and gets the whistle. Who's second in the league in block shots per game. Holly?
Well, the thing that's amazing, Paris, Seattle, Atlanta, Indiana in 1 week, as he was having some.
So as much as we talk about the rest for the non-Olympians, Clark didn't take that 3, had it. Into the lane she goes and gets fouled. Caitlin Clark headed to basketball through that break.
It was remarkable to me watching games on Thursday. Half of the Olympians.
Kelsey Mitchell with 9, leads all scorers. Here's Boston. Off to Hull. Her 3 is good. Clark, rebound Boston. Clark looking to push for Indiana. Here's Clark speeding all the way in to the cup. Game. They get 5 straight from Indiana to cut it to 1. Here's Magmagor twisting inside, can't finish it. Boston gets into the arms of Clark. Clark, oh, the crossover, the 3 is short. Her attempts. Here is Clark. Clark trying to shake Whitcomb. Step back is good. Now with 12 points, here's Clark. Looking to shake Horston. Clark sings a pass. Hull on the wing. Connects. The second. Lloyd wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Here is Mitchell off to the races. Scoops it in. Hull with 10 points off the bench for Indiana. Mitchell with 11. Here's Agumake. Keeps it alive, and Indiana can reset. About a 14-second difference game in shot clock. Clark splits the D. Can't hit the floater. Look at over the last few possessions. Here's Diggin Smith through the lane. Skylar Diggin Smith to the cup.